So define load pattern, dead load, modify live load, modify, then super dead load. In super dead load, add new load. In super dead load, whatever weight of the wall, weight of the floor finishing, weight of the live any load, whatever it is not in the live load, then we can go and assign in the dead load. And and then earthquake load in x direction, type is seismic. And for EQ load, actually EQ load has a two types, ESA and RSA, but I am using only EQ load. So our design code is according to IS 1893-2007 add and EQY add. Now but there is one thing, when you define your code, then go to modify lateral load, and you can see here for EQ we have to deselect these things. And what our code is telling some zone factors. So suppose our zone is zone 5 and eccentricity ratio is 5%, response for OMRF it is 3 response reduction factor, and for SMRF it is 5. So I am taking SMRF frame. Story is 5th story, top story is, and soil type I am taking burnt medium soil type, and importance factor is 1 for all other building. And here's one more thing is our time period. So in this video I am taking our time period is according to program calculation, so I am not defining any time period. You can see this how I calculate this time period according to IS 1893, and in my previous lectures you can see there. For Y also we have to dislike this thing, and all these things are same as X. Now our load pattern is defined. Now second thing is load combination. So load combination is very lengthy things, means you have to make the load combination, and according to that we have to take a scale factor. Suppose I am making only one load combination, 1.2 dead load plus live load plus super dead load plus EQ X. So just go 1.2 add live load 1.2 add SDL 1.2 add EQX 1.2 and OK. So you can see our load combinations is defined, and what you can do, add default design combo, and this is composite beam design, steel frame design, concrete frame design. So go and concrete slab design. So we select, because in our structure there is a beam column and also slab section, so according to that the combinations is auto generated. So you can see here the combination is generated. So you can see if we are going to the modifying, then this is dead load plus live earthquake load 1.5 times. For negative direction, dead load minus earthquake load. So you can see there is a lot of combination generated by default. Now our load combination is also generated. Now I have to define the diaphragm. Diaphragm is I will tell you this thing later. It is required in our slab section to making the structure, our slab should be rigid, so that's why we have to define the diaphragm. Diaphragm should be rigid. Okay, now add second one, rigid. For different floor we have to define the different diaphragm. So for first, second, third, fourth, fifth, we have 5 floors, so 5-story building, so we have to define 5 diaphragms. Now our diaphragm is defined. Now we have to define the mass source. Go to the mass source, modify mass source. You can also add the new mass source. Actually, what kind of load? It is also given in the IS 1893. We are taking full tide load, okay, full SDL, okay. For live load, if it is less than 3 kilonewton per meter square, that time it is 25% we have to consider. If it is more than 3 kilonewton per meter square, then 50% live load should be considered. So I am assigning, after this I am assigning 3 kilonewton per meter square load, so that's why I am taking 25% live load. So now our mass source is also defined, okay, and then okay.